Hello, I'm Matt Guff from House.com, and this is a 2020 Capita Ultrafear Wide Snowboard. The Capita Ultrafear Wide is a team favorite. It's won pretty much every single award that's within snowboarding, Goodwood, Platinum Picks, and Authorized Style. Awesome. This is a park-specific style board for beginner to advanced level riders who happen to have size 11 feet and larger. It's a great deck that you can check out at thehouse.com by selecting the links below in the description. Make sure to check that out after the video is done. The Ultrafear Wide is actually a great board for anyone with big feet who wants a true twin board. You can ride it this way or this way, it's going to feel the exact same. Has a centered sidecut radius and of course stance. This is a great board for park riding. If you like jibbing, you like jumping, and you kind of like taking that influence to other parts of the mountain, you can ride the Ultrafear. It does feature a pretty unique hybrid profile shape that's stable and kind of loose at the same time. It's called Park V2. And Park V2 is basically flat underneath and in between the feet. It's stable, but it's not overly aggressive. And then there's a reverse camber zone from the outside of the insert packs to the effective edge ending. And it actually kind of like raises up the contact points just slightly, so it's actually really easy to butter around. And then outside of the contact points, and the nose and tail feature a wham-pow flat kick style shaping. It's basically just a flat style angled nose and tail shape. But if you like buttering, you like pressing, the Ultrafear Wide is actually a really great deck. It has a feel and flex rating from what Capita say at about a 5.5, but I'd probably put it into a high 4, 5-ish section. And that's because of the construction type and materials that are inside the Ultrafear Wide. It started out with basically this first thing, which is a new upgrade to the Ultrafear for the 2020 season. It's the dual blaster wood core. And that wood core is made out of poplar wood. That's the majority of the wood core. And then there's also ash strips, 2 strips right down the center of the board, and then 1 on each internal section of the ABS style sidewall. And that wood core has a Bi-X fiberglass on bottom, which is torsionally pliable, which makes it easier to ride, and then Tri-X glass on top, which makes it just a little bit more poppy. That's why I say even though it has a profile shape that's kind of loose, it still has good sturdiness to it and a decent amount of pop. There's only 2 additional kinds of laminates, but they don't act as stiffening agents or kind of responsive agents to the deck. The first one is actually the Kevlar and T-Mel style shoulders or armor on the corners of the board, which give extra strength and durability in those high risk areas when you're jibbing. And the second thing is actually a 1.5 millimeter sidewall insert that helps to make the board just a little bit more damp. So if you're cruising this thing at 1,000,000 miles an hour down the hill, you get through some choppy terrain, the nose and tail aren't going to wobble out as much, and the center of the board is going to feel a little bit more damp. You get less leg fatigue, making you ride longer because of that cork wall insert. The base, which pops with great color because of the die cut, is actually a quantum drive sintered base, and that basically means that this is going to absorb a lot of wax, but you need to keep it maintained throughout the season in order for it to be faster than extruded bases. Lastly is a 360 wrap standard steel edge and a kind of deflection tune style tip and tail. So if you actually like bonk straight on a jib, instead of the board kind of like being indented, it actually kind of like is deflected to the side with that edge style tune on the tips. This is a great board. The colors pop really well. It almost looks like it has a little bit of metal flake to it as well. Capita does such a fantastic job. Make sure to check this thing out. The 2020 Capita Horoscope at the house. Peace. Thanks so much for watching. That is Capita. Capita is a great brand. They do some wonderful things. You can check them all out by selecting the links below in the description. Leave a comment or question. Let me know what you think of the Capita boards that we have here at thehouse.com. Remember to subscribe to the channel there. Check out more videos here. And of course, hopefully, I'll see you guys on snow. Peace.